today I wanted to talk about finding the gift in most situations. There's always a gift. We're always learning from everything we do. And there's been a lot of gifts in my life, and you just have to know how to find them. Byron Katie says, life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. Find the gift. And I've always pretty much found the gift. Sometimes it takes a while to find the gift. So how many times have we been in situations where we wanted something to happen and it didn't work out, but the result ended up working out a different way and it was better than what you expected? I mean, have you heard the song it's Garth Brooks' Unanswered Prayers? Does that ring a bell? Listen to that song. That's like the unexpected gifts in your life. So I wanted to tell you some situations I've been in, and I can tell you what the gifts are. And I don't know about that cheese I ate. I don't know what the gift is that. I don't know what the gift is, except for that I'm not going to have any more. It taught me not to eat that fake cheese. So that's the gift. So when I first moved up here, I had a boyfriend. I moved from far away to here. I had a boyfriend, and he was a little bit toxic. And I stayed with him for quite a while, and we went to the gym, and we go to the gym every day, and he actually introduced me to someone who I have now been married to for 22 years and been with him since 94. So anyway, that was the gift in moving here and going through the relationship I did. He actually introduced me. I mean, he didn't introduce me to say, here you go. He just, when our relationship was complete, then Mark and I found each other and we dated and then we got married. So that was the gift. And that's been a very good gift. We had a situation where we lived in a townhouse and we had a cat. We got a cat. It was a rescue cat. His name was Romeo, and he was an indoor cat. And when he accidentally got outside one time because my aunt was over and she accidentally let him out, and he decided he liked it out there. But where we lived in this townhouse, they had rules that if your cat was outside, it had to be on a leash. And this was a full-grown cat. We tried to get him on a leash, but it did not work. And so what he did, we just decided to leave him out for a little bit. And what he did was he started peeing on people's doors. and people started complaining that a cat was peeing on their doors. So I'm just like, oh my God. And then when he came inside, he was peeing on the rug and we couldn't get the smell out. Anyway, it was a big disaster. So that led us to coming to buying a new house in a different place, and we've been in this community for 21 years now. We love it. So all because Romeo peed on people's doors. That was the gift. At the time, we didn't think it was such a gift, but it was a gift. So another gift I'll tell you about. I had a friend. I haven't been around her in a very long time. She was a little controlling and manipulative, and so we had to part ways. And so it was a very difficult type of breakup. I mean, it lasted for the breakup the breakup, what would you call it? I don't know. I can't talk today. I've got that cheese. It took me a long time to get over it. And what it did was it helped me learn about boundaries because I didn't even know what they were. And that was such a gift. And now I use it all the time. I've got so many boundaries. I know what to do, and I mean, that was a real gift. And also, when I could see at the time where the friendship was heading, I decided to start a women's group, and we had a group for a year. We did 36 events, and these ladies some of them are still my forever friends. So that's a huge gift. Let me see. I'm reading some stuff because I can't remember all the gifts. Anyway, I got a great education out of that one. Also, I've written books. I had asthma, and it was really terrible. And I took everything I learned from allergy-proofing my house, and now I've hardly got any asthma, and I wrote a book so I can help others. I had another incident where I had very bad back pain, and back, hip, and groin pain that lasted for years. And the gift was, after I went to I don't know how many doctors, I found the PT that helped me, and then I wrote a book about that to help others. No drugs, no surgeries. I did it. And another one, well, my dad passed away, which was really horrible. I did get a lot of lessons in that. And the lessons that I learned from him, I actually wrote a book to help others because there are some great lessons. So I wrote a book about that. And then when my mom was dying, there was a lot of stuff I had to take care of that I've never done before. And so I wrote down everything that I did. There's a whole list. And it was a gift that I wrote all these things down. I wrote another book. Sorry, I'm stumbling on my words today. I'm just like, it's the cheese. Let's just blame everything on the cheese today. So another gift I got was I had a terrible stomach virus where I was having stomach aches and nothing could stay in me and I was losing weight and it was really terrible. And I was so upset, crying every day. I stopped working out. I stopped having a social life, and I'm very sociable. So I did go to different doctors, and they said, get out of your head. And they kept saying that because they couldn't find anything. And I mean, not in my head. I don't know how much is in my head. There's probably a brain in there. But they said, get out of my head, get out of my head. So I had to figure out what that meant. And that led me to finding a coach. And I'll talk about that because that coach was my first coach. I never had a coach. So that led me to her. What a huge gift. And then that led me to coaching, which is a huge gift. And let me see, what else did I do? Oh, so when quarantine started, one thing I did, because, we couldn't leave our homes, is in our community, I started a question of the day. And I posted a question of the day every single day on Facebook for 16 months because I wanted to make the community happy, and I thought it would be kind of a fun way, and people responded. Sometimes there were 200 responses a day. And I stopped that about a year ago. But I've run into people who I've never met, and when they find out my name, they go, are you the one that did question of the day? And I said, yeah. And they go, oh my God, that helped me so much. I have a friend that said she worked in a hospital. She and her friend worked in a hospital, and they waited for it every morning, and it helped them get through their day. I had people at the bank tell me it helped them. It's great that I actually got to help people with this question of the day, and I stopped doing it about a year ago. So also during quarantine, I turned off the news because it was too upsetting. So, and the gifts I got out of that was I decided to be creative. So I met one of my neighbors when we were out walking the dogs, and we're still friends now because she kind of peeked out of her house when we were walking by because you didn't see any neighbors for a long time. So that was cool. I coached, I wrote content for the blog, I read lots of books, I listened to a lot of podcasts, I took a lot of online classes, I got caught up on streaming shows, I Zoomed with family and friends, had a lot of deep discussions, I learned a lot of new software, and there's so many things. I have a list of about probably 10 or 15 more things, but it's too long to go on, but they were all gifts. So even though the virus was a terrible thing, and we had to wear masks everywhere, and we couldn't be in contact with anybody, I got a lot of gifts out of that. And so I'm just so grateful that not that it happened, but that I figured out what to do while that was going on, and I wasn't miserable or depressed. So that was good. And then this morning, my friend Kathy, I was on the bike, and she sends me a text, and she goes, I have to tell you something funny. And I said, what? And she goes, well, she's a local, Kathy Kelly. She's a local animal sitter here, and she watches more than dogs and cats. She said that she went to someone's house. She's taking care of their chickens. And so she said that she went into the coop to get the bowls out to give them their food, and one of the chickens jumped on her back. And she didn't know what to do. So she stood up, and I think the chicken flew off her back. And so when she said that, I said, what's the gift in that? And she said, well, now she knows not to bend over in a chicken coop. So that was just really funny. Don't bend over in a chicken coop and a chicken won't jump on your back. Isn't that hilarious? I mean, I said the gift in that is, that's a hilarious story, and you can tell everybody about it, and you'll get a lot of laughter. I keep a log of the bad situations that I've been in and the good things that have happened as a result. And because I always like to find the gift in everything. I hope you enjoyed this today, learning about the gift. I'd really like to know what gifts you have in your life. I think that's all I've got for you today. This has been really fun. I hope you all have a great day. Bye.